Hey everyone, it's Alana. Okay, I am going to do the motif for the Journey scarf and then show you how to join in two places. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. I am a huge supporter of the Magic Circle. And for this particular project, I highly suggest that you do not use the Magic Circle and use the chain 4 and join to make a circle as indicated in the directions. The reason being is because we tend to want to pull tight on the Magic Circle, and we want to have a more lacy effect, so we want a nice good sized hole right here. Okay, directions are chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and join in the very first chain with a slip stitch. Now your tail here, you're going to want to bury this as we're doing the single crochets, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, chain 1, and we're going to do a single crochet in the hole. Okay, be sure to insert your hook through the hole. Okay, and we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to repeat this 7 more times. So here is my tail, and I've curled it over to follow the length of the circle, or along the arc of the circle, I'm sorry. 1, 2, that's 2, 3, 4, and keep track. I can't emphasize enough on counting. 5. You're also going to run out of a little bit of room. I'm going to stop here at 5. And all you need to do is you just need to pull your single crochets down and continue on. I'm on 6. Hold on a second. I need to chain 2. 1, 2. And here's my 6th single crochet. 1, 2, 7, and as you notice, as my tail is going along the arc here, as I yarn over, it gets just buried in that mess. 6, 7, and I probably lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and here's 8, and we're going to finish with the chain 2. And you want to join on your first single crochet. So that is right here. Okay, again, let me show you. Your single crochet is right here. Okay, so join with a slip stitch. Okay, now what it asks you to do in round 2 is to slip stitch in the chain 2 space. So you want to stick your hook through. Okay, draw up a loop, make your slip stitch, and chain 2. Now we need to go back to the instructions at the beginning of the instructions, and it calls for a beginning cluster. A cluster is basically you're going to yarn over, okay, as if you're doing a double crochet. Insert your hook, draw up a loop. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and you'll have 2 on your hook. You will not finish this double crochet. Now for the beginning cluster, it tells you that you need to have 4 loops on your hook. So we're going to repeat: yarn over, through the loop, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. A total of 3 on my hook. Yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and I have 4. Okay, now to close this, we need to yarn over and draw through all 4 loops, and we need to lock these stitches in place with a chain. We need to chain 5 as per the instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go to our next chain 2 space. Now here we do a normal cluster, so it's doing the same motions. We're going to put our hook through the chain 2 space, draw up a loop. Now as you see here, I'm holding onto my yarn to try and keep it tight on my hook. Okay, So yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, through, draw through 2. And per the instructions, we want 5. Okay, so yarn over, 5 loops on our hook. Draw through 2, that's 4. Yarn over, draw through 2. Okay, and I have a total of 5. Yarn over, okay, and lock it in place with a chain, and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I finished up my round 2, and now I'm at a point where I need to talk about where to join it. As you can see on the top here, okay, right here, we have this nice big one right here, set of ribs, and then we have this smaller one right here. Now this smaller one is the one that you want to join. That is where you lock your all 4 of those loops together into one stitch. So that represents that stitch. So you're going to want to join right there with a slip stitch. Okay, now the next row, for row 3, we need a slip stitch in the first chain 5 space. Drop a loop, okay, and chain 1, and do a single crochet. Okay, single crochet and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we will end it with a single crochet inside the same loop. Now, be mindful of the directions, because you will want to do a single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, and then you'll want to chain 5 again. This is not repeating that like it was in round 1, where you were doing a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, crochet, chain 2. This one, it has it specifically in brackets that you are to single crochet, chain 5, single crochet in the same chain 5 space. You will do that all the way around. If you do that chain 5, 3, 4, 5, after your last single crochet, so if I were to do my last single crochet here, and if I were to chain 5, you will actually end up with more loops. So you want to be really careful and mindful of those directions. My last set here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet. Now, again, you're going to want to join this with a slip stitch on your first single crochet. That's right here, this one right here. You see the 2 vertical lines. Slip stitch. Okay, so now we're going to move into joining it. And I was going to do into one place, but it's the same concept for both sides. So I have my set of 3 that I've already done, and I have my my 2 sides that I'm going to be working in. Now, one thing I do want to add is you will be having a finishing border on this project, and so I highly suggest that all your pretty little tails, that's where you've finished it off, are on the outside edge. It's going to take a little bit of finagling to try and figure that out. The reason why I suggest doing it on the outside edge is so that you can automatically bury those when you work on that outside edge, instead of trying to weave it through. If it ends up on the inside, you know, after doing 28 of them, you will figure out where you need to place everything so that your tails are on the end. I did this earlier, and I still messed up. So, okay, we slip stitch. Do a slip stitch in the first chain 5 space, okay? And we're going to chain a total of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I'm going directly to the next motif set of instructions. You're working the rounds 1 through 3 as you normally would in the first motif. The finishing round or the joining round is a little bit different, and I'm not going to go over the finishing round just yet. I'm going to do that on my empty 2 sides here. Okay. The reason why we chain 3 right here is the first 2 chains are the build up for a double crochet. This next chain is, the third chain is a chain 1. As per the instructions, it says under chain 3 join, you're going to chain 1 and slip stitch in the corresponding chain 3 corner. Now we have the corner here is your chain 3 space. This is a chain 5, this is a chain 5, and then this little bunch right here is still a chain 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach right here, and so that I can end on my corner right here. And so the chain 1 is represents 1 of 3 chains. Okay, the slip stitch into the chain 3 corner acts as number 2 of the chain 3. You're going to chain 1 again, and then you're going to double crochet in the same chain 5 space that you're working in. Okay, this one that you did your slip stitch in, you're going to put your double crochet right here. The next one, it tells you to chain 2. Okay, this is where it gets confusing. You're going to slip stitch into the chain 5, the corresponding chain 5 space right here, not on the one that you're the one that you're trying to make the border for, or join to. You need to make sure it's on this one. Slip stitch through there. Okay, so that's chain 2, total chain 3, and add 2 more, 4, 5, and that makes up for the chain 5 of the finishing border for that. You're going to want to do, now on your motif, you're going to join it in, so here's your corner piece with the double crochet. You're going to put a single crochet in the next loop. Okay, now we're going to repeat that chain 5 join. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to go to our corresponding chain 5 space, slip stitch. That's a total of 3. Oh goodness. Caron, Simply Soft, yarn still separates every now and again. That's a total of 3, chain 2 more for a total of 5. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the next loop. So now we're working on a corner. So we do a double crochet. The instructions are not as clear as this, so I hope I'm walking you through this okay. Again, chain 3 space, so we still need to do a chain 3. We're going to chain 1, and in this corner, as you can see, I got three things going on here, 3 squares. So I just want to do my slip stitch joining. I'm going to go through the one that I'm trying to finish, the corner I'm trying to finish, and go to the one diagonal from that. Just let my hook go through, and I'm going to drop a loop and do a slip stitch here. Okay, chain 1 and end with a double crochet for your corner in the same stitch. You look for your double crochet. Okay, all right, so we did that corner. Now we need to work on these chain 5 spaces on the other side. So we chain 1, 2, okay, we're going to go on the chain 5 space on the opposite side that we want to join, do a slip stitch, total of 3 chains. Okay, it's considered 3 even though we're doing a slip stitch. Chain 2, 4, 5. That makes a total of 5. And now we're going to do a single crochet in the next chain 5 space. Chain 2 again. 1, 2. And we're going to go to this next space right here. Slip stitch. A total of 3 chains. End with 2, 1, 2. We're going to double crochet in this corner in the next chain 5 loop. 1, 2. Now again, we need to chain 1 because we're joining, okay, and go to our corresponding corner and do a slip stitch. That's a total of 2 chains. Chain 1 and end with a double crochet. Okay, so now we need to finish the other two sides. Since there's nothing for us to join, we're going to go back to the first motif, round 4. Okay, so we ended with a double crochet for that corner. We're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to single crochet in the next chain 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I ran out of yarn. I think I did this one looser than normal. And double crochet right here. Okay, your chain may, when you yarn over, because this is so lacy, hold on to that yarn so that you don't get flipped and turned around. 1, 2. Let me grab my yarn real quick. Whenever you run out of yarn, and because I'm doing this for tutorial purposes only, I suggest you do a square knot. Those of you that are in the military or have husbands that are hunters or fishers that need to make various different types of knots, the square knot, the way we always, he tells me, right over left, just like you're doing this. Okay, then you take the opposite one and you go the opposite direction. I think you can find a tutorial. So, but the purpose is that you're going to actually get a square. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. And you pull it tight. And when you pull it, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, those are the best kinds to do. Okay. So I did my double crochet. I'm still working on my corner. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and end with a double crochet. Now, as you can see here, my tails are going to be all messy. Square knots, they're nice because you can cut them real close. Okay. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet in the next. Chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you want to join, you got to look for, yeah, this will happen. Let's see here. Here it is. Okay, this is my chain 3 right here, and I was telling you that the first two, 1, 2, represents the double crochet, and then the chain 1 right here before we joined is where we need to join it. Okay, now what you'll need to do is, I always tell everybody to turn it over, okay, so that I can get this spine better with my hook than trying to put it through the top 2 ribs. Okay, so I put it through and then I just poke it through the other side, and I'm going to join this with a slip stitch and finish it off. Grab my scissors. Okay, so as you can see, I got my tail on the end here. Now don't worry about, if you see this right here, it kind of does this in and out thing. When you actually do the finishing border on this, it will actually pull all that together. And then when you block it, that means steaming it with an iron. Whenever you do that with acrylic, you need to be sure to put a towel over it to protect it against the heat. We just want the steam on it. The heat will melt this, so be sure to do that. Anyway, so that's how you connect to the 2 sides, or even connecting one side and finishing off the motif. And then you just go on to the next and you keep building it until you get 28 of these, or however many you want to do. If you have any questions, let me know. Just I I want to remind you that when you get to round 3 and you're ready to join one side, you need to go to the round 4 in the next motif section on the instructions. When you're doing 2 joins like this, then you're going to have to do the chain 3 part, the chain 5 part of the round 4 in the joining round, and then you will have to refer back up to round 4 in the first motif, and you'll do that for every single one. Okay, that's it. That's all I got, and y'all have a good night.